And we come now to the FEI Intermediate 2 Open Qualifying class. Just 2 entries to go this afternoon. And our first entry into the arena now is number 504. This is Shannon Warner and the King of Rock and Roll. King of Rock and Roll is a 10-year-old Dutch 16 one-hand black gelding, owned and ridden by Shannon Warner from Parker, Colorado. And seated around the arena are ground jury for this Intermediate 2 Open Qualifying class. At H from Argentina, Gabriel Armando. At C for the United States, Dory Vlatten Schmitz. And at B from Great Britain, Stephen Clark. We do have final results now for the Young Horse Test of Choice class. In 4th place today, Joseph Newcomb and Dom Perignon EDI with a score of 7.10. In 3rd place, Joe Moran and René Noir, score 7.38. In 2nd place, Joseph Newcomb and Fitch Hatton EDI with a score of 8.14. And winning the class today is Emily Miles and Daily Show with a winning score of 8.16. On the center line once again for the Intermediate 2, this is Shannon Warner and the King of Rock and Roll.
So here we go with the first entry into the I2. Extended trot. Lacking impulsion. And down center line, 3 half passes. 5 meters to each side of center line. More collection. Clearer bend to the left. And now we're looking for the transition to the passage between R and B. More self-carriage, more energy. And now the piaffe is disobedient, is insufficient. And the transitions would be a low mark as well. Passage to be more cadenced, more bend in the joints. And at A, 8 to 10 piaffe steps permitted to go about 1 meter forward. Was not enough steps. Weak transitions, and then the passage to P. More cadence, steadier rhythm. And now the extended walk. The horse is a little tense. It's affecting the quality of the walk, unfortunately. And S, collected walk. All the way to C. Again, it's tension, unsteady. And then the canter, collected canter at C. And MXK, medium canter, collected canter, and flying change of leg. It's fairly cautious. And I'd like to see a clearer transition to collection. More control of the bend and the balance. And now the pirouette at I. That was quite good. And now extended canter, HXF, cross the diagonal, extended canter, should be freer and braver, more point to point, with clearer transition to collection. And then you have to score the collected canter all the way over to V. Then V to X is the half pass, up center line, and another pirouette, but to the right. Not too bad. Now the changes. 7 twos. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Could be straighter and more through. Now across the diagonal and 11 one tempos. Let's count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops, too many mistakes. Not on the aids. Would be an insufficient mark. If you had just missed one, you might have been able to go to a 5, but that was just too many mistakes. It's quite supple at C. And now the extended trot. More impulsion, more difference. Then final line, down the center line, L-I to passage, and I halt. Disobedient, breaking, insufficient mark. So not her best test today, unfortunately. A test to build on, that's for sure. And the highlights today would have been the pirouettes, but just not always on the aids today, which was very costly. So our next competitor is coming right in, and it looks like the wonderful stallion from British Columbia. It looks like Connoisseur and Sarah.
Just leaving the arena, that was Shannon Warner and the King of Rock and Roll. Our next entry in the FEI Intermediate 2 Open Qualifying class from Canada. This is number 523, Sarah Pocock and Connoisseur.
Let's see how this big stallion handles the elements. It's windy, it's cool, and it's raining.
Connoisseur is a 12-year-old Hanoverian Dark Bay stallion by Connemore out of Donna Clara, owned and ridden by Sarah Pocock from Langley, British Columbia, Canada.
And she's going to come right in. Yeah, Sarah's had this horse since he was a young fellow and brought him up through the levels. And judged him a few times out west, and always very impressed. Look at that horse. He's a powerful, free-moving horse. A good extended trot. I think he's used to this weather. British Columbia weather. Pretty normal. He's riding him quite forward. Good change of bend. He's pretty happy with her. Contact is good. And now the transition to the passage. The turn in passage. Could be a bit more collected, but very regular. And now the piaffe can be advancing. Not really enough steps today, Sarah. It's a lovely picture. That was better. Transition out could be more fluid. The piaffe could be more cadence, but good beginning. She needs to allow the neck to come lower. Be brave enough to give him more rein. Put his neck lower and put his nose out and allow the hind legs to step more under. It was very conservative, more like a medium walk. And now the collected walk. You can see the clear regularity. Very good quality. And the canter. No problem. Extended canter. And flying change. And then the half pass. Straight ahead and pirouette left. You have more control of the bend, more inside leg, and collect, and around and around. Look at that horse sit and keep cantering behind. Wonderful. So balanced. So easy for him. And bravely ahead. No problem. Good transition. Clear transition to collection. And the half pass. Good preparation. Started in slight shoulder in. Good control of the shoulders. And straighten. And then pirouette to the right. Collect, engage, and canter, and canter. Think forward, think forward, think forward. That was okay. Not as good as the first one, but still quite good. Quite good means 7. 2 tempos. Look at the straightness and the clear jump. No problem. And now the ones. Eleven ones we're looking for. Let's count. And whoops. Not working here today. So it's a big mistake. That would be a very low mark. That would be the low point of the test. It's too bad because he had so many really bright spots and good things. But anyway, carry on. One movement. I think Sarah trains with Leslie Reed in Canada, one of our top trainers. How wonderful to have this quality of horse to work with. And really very respectable test. Wonderful horse for the future.
Sarah Pocock and Connoisseur just completing their ride in the FEI Intermediate 2, all the way from Langley, British Columbia, Canada. And we move now to the FEI Grand Prix Open Qualifying class. And as of this moment, we'll have 3 competitors scheduled for the Grand Prix Open Qualifying class today. And our first to go is number 592. And their scheduled ride time here is at 2:27.
The next class is scheduled to start at 2:27. I know there's a number of scratches. I'm not sure if the first horse is going to be a scratch, but I will try and find out.